because my hovercraft broke down and I had to recharge the battery.
Thank you all for meeting with me today and for wearing your disguises and gray t-shirts. I know you all are very busy with your Hollywood jobs, so I appreciate your agents allowing you to come for this meeting. I guess you're all wondering why I asked you to come. Well, I don't know if you know this, but it's someone's very special birthday today.
Those darn city slickers, they're always playing tricks on me, trying to get me to whistle in their band. I'm not going to whistle for them, even if it is their birthday.
Don't worry. I heard they're still at the hospital trying to get that clarinet out of their ears.
I can't believe you all forgot. Let me give you some hints. He pours milk in his front pockets. He puts his car heater on high in the summer. And when he was young, he had green hair in high school.
Wait a minute. I think I know who it is. Could it be the spider? I will never forget when we first met. He found me in my watermelon field and he yelled out to me, "I see you in the watermelon field over there, but please tell me, how'd you get that watermelon in your hair?" I never told him my secret. We became good friends. But where can we find him? Johnson, do you have any ideas?
You don't have to call me Johnson. You can call me Jay. I can't believe we almost forgot it was the spider's birthday. But where do we find him?
The roof putting ketchup on his birthday cake. Man, that guy tends to put ketchup on everything. He tends to hang out on the roof, and as a result, he gets red eyes. I kept telling him he's got the pink eye, but he doesn't believe me. I also taught him, that guy, to drink using a straw, so he can take a swig while he is doing his juggling act.
He's probably just at home watching TV or playing with his dogs, or reading a book about some sculpting or jokes or some crazy recipe on how to make a strawberry banana car.
You may have a good point. Outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. And since you mentioned TV, I have to say, I find television very educating. Every time somebody turns on the set, I go into the other room and I read a book.
What are you talking about? How does that help us find him? Concentrate on why we're here, boss.
Those are my principles, and if you don't like them, well, I have others.
Groucho, stop with all your nonsense and help us figure out where it could be. Isn't that the reason we're all here?
Don't get upset, Johnson. I know all of his secret hideouts. He's gotta be at,
Remember, you don't have to call me Johnson. You can call me Jay.
He's gotta be at either 3 locations on his birthday. Swimming underground at the Phantom Cave Spring in West Texas, or practicing his high jump at his old high school in Crane, or giving a speech somewhere.
Great. I can help. I never forget a face, but in your case, I'll make an exception.
Groucho, come on everyone. Let's go find the spider and wish him a happy birthday.
A perfectly wonderful evening, but this wasn't it.
Wait! Guys, is that him over there? I think he's getting into his car.
He may be in disguise like us. That must be him driving off. I can hear his turn signal from 8 blocks away.
One way to find out if that is him, he will turn around once he hears my secret call.
Happy birthday, Dad, Spider, Papa John, we love you!
I have cooked the best birthday food. Woo!
Thank you. Hey Uncle John, it's Sam Webb. I'm actually in Rome, Italy, but I did not want to miss a chance to send you a happy birthday greeting. I want to tell you your kindness over the years and your character is something I've passed on to Jackson, my son, and told him that the Webb men are really great men. They help people anytime, and I can't wait to see you in Houston. I'll be back in June, moving back there, so we'll run into you and let you see the family and spend time with you. Good luck with everything, and I look forward to wishing you another happy birthday. That's all I can think of, man. It's great. I'll tell you about all my travels.
Okay, John, this is Ken Daniel. I want to wish you a happy birthday and tell you how much I've enjoyed working at, especially the project where we did the camps all around Crane. That was a lot of fun. And we, of course, didn't make much money, but we had a lot of fun. It's been a pleasure to know you. I never knew anybody that gave so much of himself just to helping others. I'm sure the people from VA and Social Security will remember you. Personally, I remember you. You gave me the Guff sign. Appreciate that. But also, without getting any commission or anything, you got me $800 more from VA just simply because the VA people couldn't read, and you called them and read the law to them, so I got my $800. Appreciate that, and it's been a pleasure knowing you. I wish you a very happy birthday. Okay.
Birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, John, happy birthday to you.
John, we wanted to make a video and tell you how much your friendship means to us. One of my earliest memories is sitting in the VA canteen in Houston with the Coffee Clan, a group of social workers that always went to coffee as soon as we got to work, because that was the thing to do. And you're telling this wonderful story about two policemen from South Texas, from the town in which you used to live, encountering an outer space ship. And it was a great story, and I always wondered about the ending of that story. So maybe next time we see you, you can tell us. And the other great memory, or the other great thing I've always appreciated, is that when I worked for the Vet Center and traveled to Big Spring, you always came to see me, and I always appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, John, happy birthday. I have a lot of memories of you, but most of them that I really share are the memories about storytelling. You're just such a great storyteller, and you had so many funny stories to tell. It's great. I remember a lot of them. About my most fond memory of you is when Edith and I went down and visited you and Bonnie in Puerto Vallarta, and how y'all picked us up at our hotel, and you had a Volkswagen thing with the top down. We drove all over town. We went to your wonderful townhouse or condo or whatever it was. That great view of the city. Went to great restaurants, and then one day you and I went snorkeling, just me and you. It was just a great trip. It's a great memory for me. I bought this hat when I was there. So anyways, that's the story. Happy birthday.
Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. Well, you get in that kitchen, make some noise with the pots and pans. Well, you wear those dresses, the sun comes shining through. Well, you wear those dresses, the sun comes shining through. I can't believe my eyes, all that mess belongs to you. I believe to my soul you devil is not at all. I believe to my soul you devil is not at all. Well, Lord, I work the faster my money goes. I said shake, round and roll. Shake, round and roll. Shake, round and roll. Shake, round and roll. Well, you won't do right.
you have a ring? I would, of course, tell you more, but it would be safer for you if I did not.
Are you all right?
Of course I'm all right.
Do you have a license? Monsieur? City Ordinance 47B prohibits the playing of any musical instrument in a public place for the purpose of commercial enterprise without a license.
Very interesting. I could ski before I could even crawl. Terribly sorry, I beg your pardon.
A license that permits the playing of any musical instrument in a public place for the purpose of commercial enterprise.
I'm sure your security measures are very good, but obviously not good enough. Now, let me see. I am from the telephone company. There is something the matter with your phone.
Monsieur, don't try to be funny with me. He is your monkey, therefore it is your money.
Of course, he would need a very slippery floor to do that.
Therefore, the wax.
The wax?
Are you, all right?
Of course I am all right. I'm examining the wax. Does your dog bite? No? Oh. Nice doggy. I thought you said your dog did not bite.
That is not my dog.
Madame, it is my business to look at trouble. The parallel bars, my specialty. I was something of an athlete, you know. Yes, yes. I was known as the pavlova of the parallels.
I've had enough!
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, it's all coming back now. Ah, yes, I remember.
What sort of stupid question is that? Are you blind? Yes. Oh, I see, yes, yes. Yes, of course. Well.
Ah, thank you. Yes, that split-second timing when instinct tells you that...
The wave of assassination.
I expect you're all wondering why I asked you here. Now, arch enemies.
I will let you off this time with just a warning.
Thank you, Monsieur Argent.
But you must get yourself a proper license.
You mean message?
Look, I know what I mean, you lunatic. Now, do you or do you
Hey,
not have for
Johnson.
me the massage?
Oh, you don't have to call me Johnson. My name is Raymond J. Johnson, Jr. Now, you can call me Ray, or you can call me Jay, or you can call me Johnny, or you can call me Sonny, or you can call me Junie, or you can call me Ray J, or you can call me RJ, or you can call me RJJ, or you can call me RJJ Jr. But you doesn't have to call me Johnson.
Hey Spider, it's Mac. I'm in my backyard. I'm with Darren and Joan. We've been doing some videotaping around your birthday, and I thought of a few things we could do. One, I thought I'd start with just a reminder that you haven't settled your World Series bet yet. You do recall it was last October, Cubs Indians, Cubs in 7. I know you're good for that. I thought while we're doing it, maybe we could tell some of your friends about what a typical day on the deck of the USS Ella Coleman was like, and how you and I teamed up to make the world safe for democracy. So the setting, John, is March of 1964. We're in the Mediterranean. Spring day, nice day, blue skies, calm seas. A destroyer comes along the starboard side wanting to take on fuel. I'm on the bridge. I'm a telephone talker. Standing next to me is Lieutenant Commander Hieronymus. You remember the commander, John? He was known for his sense of humor, adored by most of the crew. So the refueling went just as planned. The destroyer got its gas tank full and pulled away. And as we're wrapping up, the commander looks down over the bridge, only to see this tall, lanky sailor come out of the berthing area. The sailor's in a white sweatshirt and no hat. It takes the commander a minute to regain his composure, and he asked me if I saw that and did I know who that sailor was, and of course I did not. If I had to guess though, I thought it might have been Seaman Webb on his way to his permanent duty station in the kitchen. Most of us would have done anything to avoid KP, but John found a home there. He said it kept him out of the weather, kept him away from all that refueling equipment and hoses. And John, weren't those the days? All of us want to wish you a very happy birthday and make it a great day.
Gentlemen, anyone notice anything peculiar about Seaman First Class Urban? A shirt tail hanging outside trousers is the regulation uniform, I believe, for busboys, not, however, for a sailor in the United States Navy.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning. Put him in the longboat until he's sober, put him in the longboat until he's sober, put him in the longboat until he's sober, early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning. Pull out the plug and wet him all over, pull out the plug and wet him all over, pull out the plug and wet him all over, early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning.
Hi John, Robert Pierce here. Hope you have a great 77th birthday.
Hi Spider, happy birthday from California. I just wanted to be part of the party. I wish I'd be there, but I can't. But I want to just recall some of the happy moments that we had in college. As part of Theta Chi, you were one happy person that always kept me smiling. I never had a sad moment, but you were a key factor in that. I remember that we had 2 rooms that you and I were roommates in. The first one was the purple room, and that was behind the fraternity house. We had our own thing, painted it purple, did a lot of work in it, and we were right in front of the dance floor. So they'd have the parties back there, the kegs of beer were out there, we could always have fun, and then we wanted to sleep, we went to bed, they were still out there partying, had no impact on us. Had a lot of fun there. We then moved into the fraternity house, and we had our upstairs room, and we had study area in there. We had 2 beds, one on each side of the room, and we had long hours talking there. And one paddle presentation, you became the senior member of the fraternity, best senior member, and I was the best junior member. We each won loving cups for that occasion, and they became ashtrays. and we'd lay up there at night talking, smoking cigarettes. We'd use each one of those loving cups as ashtrays, listen to American Airlines music, and just discuss the world situations. And really had a good time, and I'll never forget those memories. And to this day, I just cherish our moments in Denton, Texas. You brought a lot of happiness to me, and I just hope I did that to you. I can't forget those days. We both were going to be Marines, and Vietnam was starting to crank up a little bit, but we were having tension around the world, and we were going to solve all that. That never became a factor to us. You went in the Navy, I went in the Air Force, and we sort of lost control of our lives. But before that, we had a lot of back and forth. We'd talk to each other. You came out to Arizona one time, and this is after I was married. But before that, you counseled me. You said, Herb, I don't think I would marry the young lady you're very attracted to. And I did. And that did not end up happy. And you came out to Arizona, and we were watching my son's children, 3 of them. And you went to emergency room with me, and I had his youngest son at that time, and you met all the kids. And we really had a good time. And at that time, you said, hey, you married a winner. So that was Jenny. And Jenny, I'd like you to come out here right now. And here's Jenny right now. She's right here. She's wearing a Columbia sweatshirt.
Our granddaughter's going to Columbia.
So
High-speed spider.
And Jenny and I both wish we were there. And who's with us now is David. And he brought Jenny this Columbia sweatshirt. I got one too.
I'm going to take the camera, and David's coming in. I just hold it, right?
Mm-hmm. David, you come up here. You haven't met him, but you saw his house.
Happy birthday, Spider. My dad loves you very much. Happy birthday.
Now you fulfill that.
We love Dave and our daughter Julie and our grandkids.
But Spider, most of all, we love you. I want to have another story. Spider, when we were in the fraternity house, the one thing I loved and I remember, you always kept your electric blanket on all the time. Not the summer because we weren't in school, but all the time in the winter. I said, Spider, turn the blanket off. He said, well, when I come back from class, I may be a little tired. I always want it on so I stay warm. So that electric blanket was on 24 hours a day. So you were always kept me laughing. Another thing, you always dressed professionally to go to class. I said, Spider, you look so attractive going to class. All of us are in jeans. Why? He said, because that'll get 1 grade point higher than yours, Herb. And sure enough, Spider, you walked out of there with A's and B's. I was a C, maybe B student. So it worked. God bless you. You always got good grades. But and after that, I loved talking to you. So we talk all the time. And Spider, I wanted to show you some of my work. You said, well, show it to me. So I'd like to do that now. And David's going to sort of take the camera, and we're going to go up and show you. I made 3 things I'd like to show you. David, the first one to the right up there, that's with this clay. And again, Spider, was like using that crank like a dishwasher. You rolled out the clay, and then you worked it, fired it, and then painted it. The next thing is a stained glass panel right there. David's pointing to it. And the movers in one of our moves broke the center, and I just haven't fixed the center of it. And the last thing is right here on the wall. They wanted $800 in Santa Fe, and I told you on the phone that we wanted to get that. So I took a class, and the guy showed me how to do it, and I fired those 3. So that's it. But Spider, I just wanted to wish you the happiest birthday ever. And Christy, I want to thank you for giving me a chance to say, I love you, Spider. God bless you. Happy birthday, and I'll see you soon.
Happy birthday, John. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed birthday.
Hi, John.
It's been a pleasure working
Happy
with you.
birthday.
God bless.
As you know, most of our group has birthdays about the same time. And you know, you think about it, we've known each other for 54 years, and although we haven't gotten together that often, I think the there's been so many of relationships amongst us, and we each look at each other as a very special friend. Now, I need to touch on something that's pretty touchy right here, and that is it's come to my attention that one of our members has Democratic leanings. They're from Texas, but I'm not going to beat that horse now. Just want you to know that there's forgiveness in our heart. And I need to tell you, John, that as we've traded political emails back and forth, I have never received so many Snoop's advisories on emails as I come from you, as I have. And, you know, all of these are beginning to have an impact on my sense of reality. You know, we look back on our time together, and I first focus on the Norfolk period. You know, how we used to go to Virginia Beach from time to time. We might be bar hopping or go down there and swim or have a cookouts. Those were a lot of fun. And the other thing that I remember about our time together in Norfolk was Elaine and I got married in May of 1964, and we rented a very, very, very small apartment in the cellar of an elderly lady, and she was very particular about who she was letting in the building, and so we had to answer a number of questions to her satisfaction. One was, are we really married? Second, did we have children that were going to be coming around? Third, did we have pets? Fourth, were we smokers? I dealt with all those reasonably well. But then she said, and you're not drinkers, are you? I think I finessed that question. But you know, after that, you guys came over periodically, and we'd sit around and have a few beers or wine and have a lot of fun. But all I asked you guys to do was, when you leave, take all the empties with you and take them back to the ship and throw them in a empty dumpster. I couldn't have her finding them. Then I found the next day, when I got up went out to go to work, here are all these empty cans lined up across her porch. I knew that I was in trouble with you guys. And so in the future, after you left my place, I would go around the outside of her place with a fine-tooth comb. I even used to go through her garbage to see if you'd put it there. Well, we survived that period. And then I think of the time when we went to, we got to the Mediterranean, and you and I went to Rome. That was a wonderful trip. Neither of us had been there before, so we saw everything. You know, we saw the Colosseum. We saw the area where the ancient Romans. We saw the Trevi Fountain. We saw St. Paul's outside the wall, that beautiful church. And then, but most of our time was spent at St. Peter's. And you remember we saw everything inside St. Peter's. And then we decided we were going to go up to the top of the dome. Now, excuse me. Now, if anyone here is not acquainted with how you do that, the top of the dome and the ceiling of the cathedral is about 5 feet apart. And so what you have to do is, and it's on a rather rickety boards, you had to walk up leaning sideways all the time, and by the time you went all the way around and around and around and you got to the top, you were really pretty much spent. But we had a good time. We had pictures of the Pope's gardens and the rest of the Basilica and excuse me, in Rome. It was a great time. And then you remember Pope Paul VI had just been installed, and there was going to be a time to everybody to see him, an audience, I guess they call it, in St. Peter's. And I should just add as an aside, when I told Aileen in my 2nd Division that I was going to go up and maybe see the Pope, he said, oh, I really should wear an ascot. So I had on an ascot. And so we went into the Basilica, and it was absolutely packed, you remember. And we were standing there and waiting for him to come in. And when he finally did come in, he came in on those sedan chairs where he's on other people's shoulders. And he was waving to everybody. But I don't think you saw this, but I picked it up. He glanced over at me quickly, and I think you saw the ascot. And he gave me one of those. It's no big deal, but I was very proud. Now, at the same time, you remember, we had met these two gals, and they were very nice, and they were from the United States, and one of them said that her father was the CNO, the Chief of Naval Operations. Now, for the non-Navy people here with you, that's the second highest rank in the service. And so he was something important. That impressed me. And the gal said to us, well, you know, let's go out for a drink or whatever, lunch or whatever it was. We said, sure. And they said, well, come on back to our apartment. We'll change our clothes, and then we'll go from there. We said, sure. And so we got back to the apartment, and they went in the bedroom to change, and I asked if I could use their bathroom. And so they said, sure. So I go into the bathroom, I looked down, and next to the toilet was a bidet. I have never seen a bidet in my life. I didn't know what it was. And I'm looking at this, now what should I do? Now, in the bottom of the bidet, you know, there's a plug you put in. And I thought, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with this. And I said, you know, if I do my business in there, I'm sure not going to put my hand in to pull that plug out. I realized, so I decided to use the regular toilet. But that convinced me that the Chief of Naval Operations and his daughter and me were in different classes. And the other thing that I remember about our trip to Italy was I was on a committee, not a committee, working group that was sent out to pick up vegetables when we were in Taranto, Italy. So we went out and we brought cases of tomatoes and lettuce and carrots and cabbage and whatever back to the ship. And the senior petty officer said to me, now, Roberts, you've got to wash this. And because you don't know what sort of chemicals are on this, they got to be washed very carefully. And the things that you have to do, Roberts, is you put them all in this great big tub. This tub would had to hold 15 gallons of water. Swish them around, take them out, dump the tub on the deck. Now the deck had a drain in it, so when I dumped it out, that means that I was going to be ankle deep in water. Put it back up, fill it with water, put the vegetables back in, switch them around, take them out. I was supposed to do that 3 times. Well, I thought that was a bit excessive. And I decided I wasn't going to do it. And so what happened was that when the crew ate the salad, a number of them came down with diarrhea. And they blamed me. I had nothing to do with it, but they said that I had to go to the scullery. And so I spent a lot of time in the scullery, probably longer than you, several weeks, I think. And you remember one of the pictures that I've included here was the passing of the scullery hat from you to me. I think that little episode helped me and you re-clarify our career goals. Now that we're back here, and as you're now thinking about a trip through the inland waterways, I think that would be a great trip, and I think you really should consider me very seriously as senior bosun. First of all, I've got the credentials that none of our other friends do, and I could be a lot of help in that regard with my staff. Let me just list a couple of my credentials. 1, I have a used bosun whistle that the rumors has that Bibber once used that very same whistle. Tear your heart out with that. 2nd, I'm very good with knots. very good. I've got the square knot down. I can do a bowline and a bowline out of light. And third, which I think is very important, I've got a clean white hat. This one needs some squaring away. But this is something that Mac doesn't have a chance with. So keep all these things in mind. Now, let me turn my attention to, in closing, to Christy Rose and your son John and the Webb family. And I want to thank you for including me in your celebration. And John, my friend, have a great Thanksgiving, a great Christmas. I'll get there sooner or later. A great birthday. All the best.